together. I wait for the Lord. My soul waits for his word.
The Lord be with you.
And with your spirit.
A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew.
Glory to you, O Lord.
After he had fed the people, Jesus made the disciples get into a boat and precede him to the other side while he dismissed the crowds. After doing so, he went up on the mountain by himself to pray. When it was evening, he was there alone. Meanwhile, the boat, already a few miles offshore, was being tossed about by the waves, for the wind was against it. During the fourth watch of the night, he came toward them, walking on the sea. When the disciples saw him walking on the sea, they were terrified. It was a ghost, they said, and they cried out in fear. At once Jesus spoke to them, "Take courage, it is I. Do not be afraid." Peter said to him in reply, "Lord, if it is you, command me to come to you on the water." He said, "Come." Peter got out of the boat and began to walk on the water toward Jesus. But when he saw how strong the wind was, he became frightened, and beginning to sink, he cried out, "Lord, save me." Immediately Jesus stretched out his hand and caught Peter and said to him, "O you of little faith, why did you doubt?" After they got into the boat, the wind died down. Those who were in the boat did him homage, saying, "Truly, you are the Son of God." The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ.
My dear brothers and sisters, we have been experiencing a lot of heavy rains and storms these past few days. And storms are not just natural occurrences. In fact, even in our own lives, we also experience a lot of storms. And storms in life have a way of revealing authentic relationships. Storms in our life separate acquaintances from friends. Storms in life separate convenience from commitment. Storms in life separate those who merely enjoy our presence from those who are willing to carry the burden with us. Storms in life separate those who only like us from those who truly love us. Ang mga bagyo sa ating buhay, ipinapakita sa atin kung sino ang tunay na nananatili at nagmamahal sa atin. In our gospel this Sunday, the disciples are facing a storm. And what did Jesus do? Jesus did not merely give instructions from the shore. Hindi naman nanatili sa shore si Jesus at sinabi niyang, ganito yung gawin ninyo para hindi kayo lumubog. Jesus did not just say, good luck, I know you can handle that. Kaya nyo yan, sige, kayo na ang bahala. Ano ang ginawa ni Jesus? Jesus, wanting to save his disciples from drowning and from death, came to them, even if that meant walking on the water. Even if that meant doing what seemed to be impossible. Para niya mailigtas ang kanyang mga alagad sa panahon na kailangan nila ang tulong, ginawa ni Jesus ang lahat. Lumapit siya sa kanila kahit na lumakad pa siya sa ibabaw ng tubig. When storms came, the disciples discovered who was truly there for them, Jesus. This is also the experience of the prophet Elijah in our first reading today. The prophet Elijah was faithful to his mission of proclaiming God's word. But because of that, many were offended, including the king and the queen. And the king and the queen wanted Elijah's death. Gusto nilang patayin si Prophet Elijah. And so Elijah was facing a storm in his life. He was discouraged and afraid. He was exhausted, emotionally exhausted. And all he wanted to do was to hide. That is why he went to a cave, as we heard in our first reading today. But even inside the cave, God made Elijah feel his presence. God assured Elijah, you are not alone in facing this storm in your life. I am here with you. My dear brothers and sisters, that is who our God is. He is a God who is always present, especially when we are facing storms. And the invitation to all of us is to imitate God, to be like Jesus. And the greatest way to imitate Jesus is not by performing spectacular miracles. The greatest way of imitating Jesus is to simply be present. To simply being present for other people, especially at their difficult moments. By staying with them, by listening to them, by encouraging them, by praying for them, by refusing to leave them alone, especially at the difficult moments of their lives. For that is exactly what Jesus does. When everyone else was facing the storm, he came. When everyone else was afraid, he came. When everyone else felt alone, he came. St. Paul, in our second reading today, shows us how he imitates Jesus. St. Paul talks about his fellow Jews who refuse to believe in Jesus. It would have been easy for St. Paul simply to leave them alone. Ayaw niyong maniwala kay Jesus, lilipat na lang ako doon sa mga naniniwala kay Jesus. But St. Paul does not abandon them even when they reject Jesus. At that difficult moment of disbelief, St. Paul stayed with them. My dear brothers and sisters, today, two questions are being asked of us. First, when storms come into your life, whom do you discover is there for you? Kapag may mga bagyong dumarating sa ating buhay, kapag may mga problemang dumarating, kapag may kalungkutan o karamdaman, kung pakiramdam natin nag-iisa tayo, sino yung mga taong nandyan para sa'yo? When things are easy, when the sun is bright, it is very easy for people to be with us. Kapag successful ka, kapag masaya ka, kapag marami kang pera, maraming tao sa paligid mo. Pero kapag bumagsak ka na, kapag failure ka, kapag nagkamali ka, meron bang naiiwan sa tabi mo? Whom do you discover is there for you? And the second question is, when storms come into someone else's life, will they discover that you are there for them? Kapag humaharap na sa paghihirap, sa problema ang iyong kapwa, nag-iiwan ka ba? O nananatili ka sa tabi nila? Can your spouse count on you when your spouse faces difficulties in their life? Can your children, your aging parents, your friends count on your presence? Can the poor, the lonely, the sick, the grieving count on your consoling presence? My dear brothers and sisters, presence is often more powerful than words. Isn't it that when we experience suffering, all we want is a person assuring us that they will be there for us? Yung magsasabing, iwanan ka man ng lahat, nandyan ako para sa iyo. Kasama mo ako. People often never remember beautiful words said to them, but people will never forget those who stayed, those who visited them in the hospital, those who attended the wake, those who sat with them even in silence, those who held their hand, those who prayed for them. Words will be forgotten, but presence will always be remembered. You know, my dear brothers and sisters, in 2010, it was the year of priests. We organized a pilgrimage of priests to France and Italy. We wanted to visit Ars, the place of Saint John Mary Vianney. Kaya nakabuo po kami ng group of around 50 priests. And our first stop from the Philippines, ang first stop po namin was Paris. The first day of the pilgrimage was in Paris. Now, that morning, we visited one church. And after visiting the church, we were given free time until lunch. Sabi sa amin, you have a few hours to buy souvenirs and to take your lunch. And by 1 o'clock, this will be our meeting point. Dito tayo magkikita-kita. So we had our free time. I took my lunch with some priest. And after that, habang naghihintay, tumayo po ako sa isang sulok at pinapanood ko yung mga tao. And I saw one man in the middle of the street with a table, and he was there was a game on his table. He was initiating a game on his table. He had 3 plastic cups turned upside down, and he had a coin. So 3 plastic cups na nakataob and a coin. And he will put the coin in one of the plastic cups, and then he will shuffle the plastic cups around. Now, the player's task was to identify in which cup the coin is. At kapag tama yung sagot, dodoblihin niya yung taya nung naglalaro. So I was watching. The one man came, naglagay ng 10 euros, and then the man started to shuffle the cups. Pinapakita naman niya kung nasaan yung coin. Very obvious kung nasaan yung coin. Kaya nung tinuro nung player, dito sa gitna, pagbukas, nandun yung coin, dinigyan niya ng 10 euros. Dinoble niya yung taya. After some time, a lady came, naglagay ng 20 euros. Shuffle na naman yung cups. Pagbukas, nandun yung coin, another 20 euros. And then all of a sudden, one of the priests from our group approached the table. Lumapit siya. And after he approached the table, all of a sudden, 10 people came to the table. Talagang pinagkaguluhan siya doon sa table. And then, the man started to shuffle the cups. Pinakita niya kung nasaan yung cup, yung coin. And then he asked our priest, "Where is the coin?" Yung pare, nataranta na. Yung mga tao sa paligid niya, sinasabi, Where? Sabi ng pare, "In the middle." Nakita ko rin naman, in the middle. Sabi ng mga tao, give money, he will double your money. Nape-pressure na tong si Father, naglabas ng wallet. At pagbukas niya ng wallet niya, nahihilahin niya, 200 euros yung lumabas. Hinawakan na nung game master, kinuha yung 200 euros, at binuksan yung cup, wala yung coin. Namutla si Father. Kung hindi ka ba naman mamumutla, 200 euros yung mawawala sa'yo. Nung makita ko po yun, naisip ko, tutulungan ko si Father. So immediately I came to the scene. I told him, bawiin natin yung 200 mo. And then the man started to shuffle the cups again. Kitang-kita ko nandun sa right yung coin. And so I told the priest, hawakan mo na yung cup. Hawakan mo. Nakaganon siya dun sa cup. Sabi ko, kukuha ako ng pera, hawakan mo yan. Naglabas ako ng 200 euros from my wallet. Thinking that if we win, I will get 200 euros and I will give it to the priest. Pagbukas nung cup, wala yung coin. Dalawa na kaming namumutla. Then all of a sudden, a lady, a Filipina, maybe she was working in Rome, approached us and pulled us from the crowd. Sabi niya sa amin, lumabas na kayo dyan, umalis kayo dyan, uubusin niya ng pera niyo. At nung malayo na kami, sabi niya, scam yan. Imagine, the first day of our pilgrimage in Paris, morning pa lang, the rest of the day, tulala na kaming dalawa. But you know, this priest was not really a friend. He was older. No? He came from a different seminary. Hindi kami magkaibigan. Magkasama lang kami dito sa Archdiocese of Manila. But at that particular moment na sa tingin ko kailangan niya ng tulong, tumulong naman ako. Kaya lang naloko kaming pareho. That evening after dinner, he approached me and he told me, sabi niya, Reggie, salamat sa ginawa mo. Hinding-hindi ko makakalimutan. Isip-isip ko lang, dapat talaga. Nawalan ako ng 200 euros dahil sa'yo. And then he said, because of what you did, you will forever have my loyalty and support. And you know, until now, we are very good friends. He has always been there supporting me. Palaging yang kakampi ko. Pag napag-uusapan namin, natatawa na lang kami. Sinasabi namin, 10 taon tayo sa seminaryo. 10 taon tayo nag-aral, pero naloko pa rin tayo. Sabi naman niya, ay, wala yun. At least magkaibigan tayo. Sasabihin ko naman sa kanya, 200 euros pa din yun. My dear brothers and sisters, whenever storms come, and they will come, remember, storms reveal who is there for you. Storms reveal who truly love you. But more than that, storms reveal the God who will never leave you.